Today we were doing my first ever Torrid haul, and you know what? I'm here for it. Y'all will see the sponsored in the corner, one of these corners. That is actually not because of Torrid. That's because of these guys, which I'll talk about later. But I did want you to know that these are items that I picked out on Torrid. I may have some links that are commissionable, but this is just me choosing things that I really wanted to show you, and they're all kind of February themed. To me, February says Valentine's Day, it says love, and it says Go Red for Women, Heart Month. So I went with like a red and pink kind of loving theme. So Torrid has a very special place in my heart, and the reason is because Torrid was the first brand that made me feel like I could dress like my peers. Does that make sense? So let me set the scene. So when my daughter was in first grade, we decided to like skip out on family Thanksgiving and take a little family vacation, just the three of us. We drove from Houston, Texas to the Grand Canyon, which was quite the drive, and it was an amazing vacation. After that, we had some really good friends that lived in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and so we drove from the Grand Canyon to Las Cruces, and somewhere in the throw of it, I lost my coat, and it was cold, okay, because it was like late November. So on Black Friday, I decided that I was heading to the local mall because I wasn't gonna be able to make it the rest of the weekend without a coat, and no one in the party was my size for me to borrow one. So I looked up what they had, and there was a store called Torrid that I had literally never heard of. I walked in and was amazed. First off, there were some really awesome Black Friday sales, but the first thing that I saw were graphic tees. And let me tell you, my brothers growing up always had graphic tees from, I think, like Abercrombie. They always were able to get them. Even going into Target, they had a wide variety, but I never had things that were in my size. Well, I walked in and there were Christmas themed shirts. I got one that has like Santa on it that says Gangsta Rapper. And I wear it wrapping Christmas presents every year. I got some things that were like Harry Potter and Disney that were just my interests because I had never had these things. And at this time I was like a young mom, but I didn't have like my normal 9 to 5. So I was totally into more casual stuff. I also found my coat, but I had this newfound love for Torrid, and I really wished that I had had it whenever I was like in high school and college. I have to say, I love the way that things typically fit. In the event that I have things that don't fit really well, the returns are always super easy. Shipping is not like Amazon. It does take a little while. I never do express shipping, but I am also like a credit card holder, so I do get it free no matter like what quantity. So if I ordered one item, I would get free shipping. So I'm gonna show you some of the things that I got, and then we will try them on. Okay, so I've got a couple of blouses. This one I saw, and it is perfect for the office. I love red. It is my signature color. It reminds me of, someone actually said it in my last video, but it always reminds me whenever I say it's my signature color of Steel Magnolias, and Shelby saying that their colors are blush and bashful. Pink is my signature color. I thought that this one was really pretty. It's interesting. I don't think I noticed this, but in the print, it's kind of a satin, and there's a really tiny cheetah print in it. It's very buttoned up. It's got kind of a necktie around it, which I don't know what I'm going to think of it because I'm always wearing a long necklace, but I'm definitely giving it a try. It's incredibly well made. It's got a cuff sleeve with 2 buttons. There's some nice gathering on the shoulders. The back has a really nice top panel with a seam here that gives the fabric a little bit of room where it'll be really pretty either tucked in or untucked. To pair perfectly with all of these tops, I got a pair of flare jeans. I thought that these were super fun. They felt very 70s to me. If you look at the stitching, which because of this, they don't actually have any pockets, which I might have to reconsider, but I got these in a 20. They really remind me of some bells that my daughter has, and I thought that we could match. I will see when I try them on if the lack of pockets is just too much. We'll see. No, 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 no. Lulu really likes this one. No barks. All right, so I am really soundly between a 20 and a 22, but I'm an apple body, so I'm bigger on top. These are a size 20 in jeans, and I mean, they are snug, but I think that they're actually pretty great. They don't have pockets, which I just don't understand. Rebecca, why do jeans not have pockets sometimes? Apparently it's because we're women. My 14-year-old has spoken. I think that the top is a 3, which is like a 22, 24, and I could not go down in the top. I also feel like the jeans are probably the right size. But here it is out. I don't know what I think about the top. My daughter loves it. She said that she'd love it in her size. Torrid doesn't carry her size, so she's out of luck. I think that it's nice, it feels nice, but I don't know that I just love it. And I kind of have this rule that if I don't love it, it's probably not gonna be here to stay. But overall, I think that I really like the jeans. They're a great length. I'm 5'10", so really tall. I'll have to let you know if I bought, hang on. They say 20T, thank you, bun. These are in a tall, and the tall is like the perfect length for me. I'm gonna show you the red shoes with it. They are an 11.5. I typically wear a 12, but I feel like City Chic and Torrid carry shoes that run very large, so that's why I got the 11.5, but I really think that I probably needed an 11. I walk kind of clunky in them because my heels are slipping. Yeah. Slipping pretty bad. Okay, the shoes are gonna have to go back because they're slipping too bad, but they are really cute. I'm gonna see if I can get these in an 11, and I think they'll be here to stay. The really chunky heel actually helps me a lot with balance. I don't feel like I'm standing on regular heels, and I kind of like that. I'm gonna try the next blouse. I love the idea of pink, but I've got some super pink undertones, so it doesn't always agree with me, but I'm trying it anyway. This really feels almost like an organza. It's just a pink surplice top. Surplice is my very favorite style of top because it's cut right below the bust. It is meant to hang out, not be tucked in. It has some flare sleeves. Ooh, it actually has some balloon sleeves. At first I thought that they were flare. They're tucked up here, but then it has elastic that is sewn in because the lining's shorter than the top, going to have like a ballooning effect, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm here for you, pink top. Okay, this one is really sweet. When I put it on, I was in my bathroom, I put it on and I thought, it kind of looks like a little girl princess nightgown. And then I walked out here and asked my daughter what she thought, and she said, that kind of reminds me of my Aurora nightgown from when I was little. So yeah, I think that little girl princess nightgown for the win. It is incredibly sheer. Look at where you can see my jeans as opposed to like my skin right here. I could not wear anything but like a beige color or white bra under this. And then it also is incredibly gaping. I would definitely need to tack it. I like the sleeves. I like the idea of this. And in fact, I really think that it falls very pretty on me. I think overall it's flattering, even though I don't know that it definitely goes with these jeans. She says no. Sadly, the color just isn't doing it for me. But it's cute. Also, to pair with my jeans, I have this heart sweater. So I had a heart sweater from Amazon that I really did like, but that one did, whenever I was watching the video, stretch at my bust a little bit. I have not returned it yet. I think that it might be on the chopping block after this one. I'm gonna see. This one is heavier though, and I'm in Texas. It's currently 67, but last week it got into the 80s, so I don't know if I need a super heavy one, but I really, really liked the way that this looked, and I'm gonna definitely give it a try. I kind of love her. I did not love this one as much as I really had anticipated. I kind of feel like it would be better served to be a little bit shorter or a little bit longer. Like there's something about right where it falls, I guess right in the middle of my belly, that I'm not as wild about. And it could just be like the color and the print, but I put it on and like when I opened it up, I thought, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. But then I put it on and I thought, it's okay. And I don't know that I need okay, but this could be perfect for someone. It is incredibly soft and it doesn't feel suffocating. It does feel, I mean, pretty breathable. I just don't know that I love it. You know what the pink and black reminds me of? Victoria's Secret from whenever we were younger. It was pink and black. I remember this black hat box. It reminds me a lot of the one that I have sitting behind me at the Roses, but it wasn't a heart shape, it was a circle. And it had this pink satin ribbon. I kept all of my notes from my best friends. We would, you know, trade notes in class, and in high school we'd like pass them secretly, and they'd have drawings and all kinds of crazy school gossip on them. And this did, whenever I first saw it, like immediately made me think of the old Victoria's Secret. And I only really went to Victoria's Secret because of the fragrance. I loved the pear glaze. I loved the love spell. Pear glaze isn't here anymore. But it's so funny that I was thinking about that box. I don't know. This just like brought it to mind. And now I want to go on Facebook and see what some of my old girlfriends are up to. Okay, this is the top that I think that I'm the most excited about. It is an off the shoulder, kind of a deeper pink, and I thought that it was beautiful. It's beautiful on the model. I'm really excited about it. I like to show my décolletage, and I think that this might be a perfect one to wear. It's classy enough for the office, but casual enough to just wear out with jeans. It does have cuff sleeves, and it's a much lighter weight sweater than like the pink one. It's got some really pretty ribbing and a huge cowl neck. Low, here for it. Okay, love, 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 love. This one is my favorite. The crazy thing, I don't know if it's the crazy thing. I guess that I know myself because this is the one that whenever I initially saw it, like I was perusing TORRID's site, I saw this and I was like, I want to make a lovey video for TORRID centered around this top, and I adore it. I didn't know how it would fit, but TORRID really, really cuts to the plus size body. There is zero pulling. It is 100% my size. And that's what I'm saying. I'm a 20 in jeans, but I am a 22, 24 in tops right now. This just fits me so incredibly well. I know that there's probably gonna be someone that's like, no, you should size up. And I appreciate you. You go ahead and write it. But I really, really like this. My daughter thinks that it would be beautiful in a blue or yellow. Coincidentally, her favorite colors, blue and yellow. What do you think? It's Lulu's favorite too. My last sweater was just hiding out, and this is a super lightweight, incredibly soft, so close to a cashmere feel. This is just a solid red, lightweight sweater, which I could totally get behind. I think this would be beautiful with like a white collared shirt and cuffed up, or just on its own. Okay, I feel like I've been having to fuss with this one a little bit too much for it to be like meant to be. And I think that honestly, it's because of the crew neck. Whenever I put a necklace on, and I've said this a lot, lots of other people have said it a lot, whenever you put a necklace on and it draws the eye down, and that totally helps whenever you have wider shoulders or an apple body, but I don't think that this one is perfect for me. I didn't know what I would think about this band, but I like the way it sits, and I do like that it sits flat on my belly. I think that it does decent things there. I like that it's a little bit fitted here and kind of pulls in, but is forgiving enough to where it's not like clinging. The sleeves are fine. Everything fits very well. I think that it's just the neck that is giving me pause. Sorry, Lulu is chasing her tail. But love the jeans, like the top. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna go back and look at how much it was because I don't have a red sweater, and I could totally use one. Then I have two dresses. The first is kind of a rose color, and this one's somewhere between like a satin and an organza. It's a V-neck, cut right below the bust, longer balloony arms that have elastic at the wrist, and I think that this is gonna be a really pretty color on. Normally light pink doesn't do good things for me, but I think that this one might. And it's just kind of soft and dreamy. Okay, this one is really fun. I honestly don't think I own anything in this color, but this is the same color as the off the shoulder one, and I really think it's probably a decent one on me. I'm sorry, the steamer sputtered a little bit, but it does have pockets, which I think are nice. I do like the length. It is almost to my knees. I've gotten so many recently that are very, very short. I think TORRID's pretty good at accounting for size, and that's one thing about whenever you're doing plus size patterning. You can't just go wide. You also have to add extra length. That's why I think like the TORRIDs, Lane Bryant's, City Chics are just so good at fit. And yeah, I think that it's interesting. It's all the same fabric, but because of lighting and the sheen to the fabric, this actually looks darker than this down here. At least it did in my mirror. And then it's got a really nice swingy skirt that gives us a little twirl. This is the last in the outfit front. What I think is so funny is a lot of times whenever you see like something X something, there's a collaboration. And this one is TORRID X Marilyn Monroe. So TORRID is collaborating with Marilyn Monroe, and as such I had to get this awesome dress. It's another cowl neck, and I just think that this one is lovely. It's gold, so it almost says Christmas to me. Totally not in the Christmas collection. It is just a fancy dress, but I've looked all season for like the right sweater dress. I have one that I've had in my closet for a long time that's black. It kind of has a black, white, and red big cowl sweater. My mother-in-law bought it for me years ago from Dillard's, and I really, really love it. But since I have not been able to find a sweater dress, normally they're too short, they're too tight, they just don't do anything for my figure. But I thought, you know what, if anyone can do it, I bet that TORRID can. So I'm interested to see how it shapes up. And then I got a pair of beautiful heart earrings. These are the last things. These are definitely gonna stay because I'm a sucker for dangly earrings. Let me show these to you. Yeah, they're adorable. I saw more of like the Maryland look before I put it on. On me, I'm not really feeling it. I don't know whether this is supposed to come all the way down like this. I imagine that it is. And I think it might just be that it blends in way too closely to my skin. I think that if you had more olive to your skin, or if you had a darker skin tone, maybe this would be absolutely gorgeous on you. I just don't think that my body is doing it justice. But it does fit nicely. It curves on my chest, and then it does a beautiful job flaring, and it gives me more shape than I think I actually have. Now, this was a difficult, it's staying really well, but it did take a little bit to get it there. I almost wonder if it needs to go up a little, and maybe if that looks better. And lastly, I want to show you my sponsored piece of the video, and that's these roses from Rose Forever. Okay, so they sent these to me free of charge and asked if I would show them to you, and I'm happy to. Honestly, whenever I saw them, I thought, you know, those are pretty, and I've seen them in several videos in the past. I will say that I don't think that the pictures do them justice. Like, when you open it up, they're like fresh roses. You're not supposed to touch them, but I had to test it out, and they smell, I mean, heavenly. I had to look into like, what kind of sorcery is this, right? They take fresh roses at their prime and they preserve them with chemicals. They do end up adding like rose scent to them later. These are supposed to last an entire year, as long as you take care of them right. And I was like, okay, well, hang on, what does take care of them right mean? And there are care instructions, and basically the care instructions say, don't touch them, don't water them, keep them out of direct sunlight, and then if they get dusty, just like brush them off, which is the way that I try to raise all my plants. It does not always end with much success, but I think that I'm gonna be good with these. And I will say that they are expensive. I'll put the price of this box on the screen. At first, whenever I saw the price, I thought, oh my goodness, but I can honestly kind of understand it. If I get arranged roses from the florist or even from the grocery store, I'm going to spend a pretty penny. So something that is arranged and is going to last you for at least a year, I can kind of see the price. Not only that, but I can close these bad boys up, and there is a beautiful box. When Ross and I got married, my mom ordered in roses from Costco because the florist charged $5 an arranged rose, so I believe she ordered in 500. So the night of our rehearsal dinner, we get together to arrange all of these roses. My mom and I had taken classes from a florist. At the time, my parents had moved to Oregon for work. And so I had like step-by-step pictures. We were doing these cascading roses, and then I was also doing the bouquets. There were some crazy things that happened that night, but that's a tale for another day. After the wedding, we went off to our honeymoon, and I had told my mom beforehand, like, I would really, really love some of the roses. When we got back from our honeymoon, we opened the door, and the smell of like decomposing roses was so strong. They were hanging all over. We lived in a duplex at the time, but they were like a wilting mess. And my husband has kind of an allergy to flowers once they start to go. I don't know if it's a pollen thing or like if there's some kind of mold spore or something like that, but we ended up basically having to get them out. Like they had to go, and they definitely did not preserve their beauty. And so having something like this is really pretty cool. I love that they're able to stay like this, and I'm gonna definitely update you all and let you know if these last for a year. But I think that it is a really cool Valentine's Day present. I did receive these at no cost, but I don't get any kind of commission or anything if you order, but I do have a discount code. If you are interested in giving something like this as a gift to someone special, I think that they will totally appreciate it and be a little bit amazed. So it's so funny because whenever I open them up, I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she's like, oh my gosh, you need to be filming this. Because I was like, oh my goodness, they feel real. Oh my goodness, they smell so awesome. Oh my gosh, they're like real roses. And yeah, I digress. All right, back to the clothes. So when I do this, like I literally took everything out of the plastic before we saw each other. And this is my first time to try everything on. So I am giving you my first blush on everything that I try on in pretty much every video, unless I tell you differently. I know that the shoes are going back. I'm keeping the earrings. The red top, I'm on the fence. The pink top is gonna go back. The pink dress is a maybe. This dress, also a maybe. The pink off the shoulder top, 100% staying. The jeans, I think, are staying. Even without the pockets, like, totally love them. Sweaters, hearts, I'm on the fence, but kind of leaning towards returning. Red, I'm gonna look at the price. I'm on the fence, but kind of leaning toward keeping. So I know that some of you have said that you really like to know like my thoughts, and sometimes that might change, but that's my initial blush. As long as Torrid is a partner with Like to Know, I'll have my link down below that'll take you to my little shop, and I would love it if you want to purchase any of these items. If you use my code, it does give me a very slight commission, but everything helps, especially whenever making these videos. I just ran to grab the roses. I think the deadline for Valentine's Day is the 9th, which may be the day that this is posted. So, but roses aren't just for Valentine's Day. All right, I want to thank you so much. If you like this video, I would love it if you'd like. It totally helps me if you comment. And if you've watched several of my videos and you like plus size fashion, I would love it if you'd subscribe. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I don't take any of you for granted. I thank you so much for choosing to watch me and engage with my content. It really means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one.